All right, guys, today we are going to be reacting to new video from Ukraine. Shows the German-made Skynex in action. There's going to be some German tech in action. It's going to be very interesting. Let's see what's going on. Just jump in.
New video from Ukraine shows the German-made Skynex hitting targets. Finally, an air defense weapon system with a cool, futuristic name. Patriot is so 18th century. Privyet, Druzy. I'm Wes O'Donnell, veteran of both the U.S. Army and the U.S. Air Force, and defense analyst at Eyes Only on Substack. This week, we have some new video of Ukraine using the Skynex to knock down targets. Last January, the German government announced a substantial military aid package for Ukraine, which no doubt made the Americans blush a little at their recent impotence. Remember, back then, Ukraine aid was being needlessly held up in Congress. If only there were a little blue pill that would fix political dysfunction. The German announcement came as a direct response to President Zelensky's repeated requests for enhanced air defense capabilities. At the start of the war, I watched in horror as Russia put cruise missiles into civilian apartment buildings in Ukraine. And I envisioned a day in the future when Ukraine would have an iron dome of sorts to protect its citizens from future Russian aerial aggression. Now, almost 3 years later, Ukraine is shooting down, on average, nearly 90% of incoming Russian junk. The German package from January included an array of military equipment aimed at significantly boosting Ukraine's defense capabilities, including the Marder armored vehicles, tanks, some artillery ammunition, some mine-clearing equipment, bridge lane tanks, ground surveillance radars, trucks, and assault rifles. But the centerpiece of the aid package was the Skynex air defense system. Two, actually, and represented an investment in Ukraine's air defense. The Skynex deployment within Ukraine has remained under wraps until now. In August, Ukraine officially announced that German Skynex anti-aircraft artillery systems had already started defending Ukrainian skies. This week, the press service of the Ukrainian Air Force Air Command West just shared this video of Skynex knocking down targets with its deadly Ahead munitions. Manufactured by Ryman Tall, the same company that makes tank guns for the Abrams and the Leopard, Skynex is a mobile, modular anti-aircraft artillery system with all components being containerized for easy transport. The system uses the Olercon X-TAR 3D situational awareness and detection radar capable of scanning up to a 50-kilometer or 31-mile radius. It's controlled via the Olercon Skymaster system, which manages up to 4 35mm Olercon Mark III revolver gun air defense cannons simultaneously. In the U.S. military, we call this type of system a SHORAD, for short-range air defense. This is different from traditional anti-aircraft missile batteries like the Patriot, in that Skynex is a cannon that uses programmable air-bursting ammunition. And while a gun can still take down aircraft, this particular system will presumably be used in Ukraine to assist with drone defense. That's not to say that the Skynex can't work together with other...
Imagine if Ukraine, there was never support from the Western world. Just imagine, just for a second. It'll be a GG. It'll be a good night. Man, that's crazy, right? You don't even think about
other air defense systems. In fact, this is one of its biggest selling points. This interoperability allows for seamless integration into Ukraine's existing defense infrastructure, enhancing overall tactical effectiveness. The system's guns are housed in remotely controlled turrets, equipped with advanced fire control systems, enabling automated target acquisition and engagement. Skynex is armed with a variety of ammunition types, including the innovative Advanced Hit Efficiency and Destruction Ahead ammunition. This programmable ammunition is designed to release a cloud of sub-projectiles at an optimum range determined by an integrated laser rangefinder to effectively neutralize both large drones and smaller UAV swarms. While the donation of Skynex bolsters Ukraine's air defenses, it's worth noting that the delivery of only 2 systems, with a total of 8 to 12 firing modules, somewhat limits their effectiveness.
Oh, really? So, okay, so that means that creating one, it takes a lot of time and a lot of resources. A lot of time and a lot of resources. Now, you have to ask yourself if, I guess, Germany's willing to do that. If Germany's willing to spend some of the resources to help Ukraine in that regard.
Ukraine will need to deploy these 2 systems strategically to provide critical protection to key infrastructure and military assets.
Damn.
Now, I'm not saying that Germany's donation wasn't significant. It upwards of $200 million, and Germany paid Ryman Tall to send them to Ukraine.
Damn.
I'm just saying that 2 systems that have such a limited range, 50 kilometers, aren't going to provide widespread protection. But it's still lethal. Perhaps the biggest advantage of Skynex compared to something like the Patriot missile battery or the Iris-T is the speed with which the system can be packed up and moved to a new location. In theory, this should allow Ukraine to experiment with locations that need them the most, and this portability also makes them harder targets for Russian strikes. Not that Russia would target them anyway, as they seem happy to attack civilians over military targets.
Damn.
SHORAD systems like this became popular in the asymmetric conflicts of the 2000s. Forward operating bases that were susceptible to incoming rockets, artillery, and mortar rounds used SHORAD to provide a level of assurance to the soldiers stationed close to the action. But the ahead ammo is what truly makes Skynex special and so effective against LSS threats, low, slow, and small, aka drones. The 35mm version, produced by Oerlikon Contraves, splits each projectile into 152 tungsten submunitions that form a cone-shaped pattern to destroy a target's control surfaces and other vital components.
Oh, wow.
So,
that's very cool.
Surfaces and other vital components.
Damn. Wow. Wow. Very hard to hit a drone, though. Very hard.
So, it's basically an exploding bullet with about 150 angry tungsten fragments moving at the speed of sound and shredding anything in its general vicinity. If a target is missed, a self-destruct feature, which triggers a programmed detonation, prevents unexploded rounds from posing a threat to civilians on the ground. When this system was under development in 2020,
so basically, there's a target, I miss, then boom, it explodes right away.
Ryman Tall tested its 35mm revolver gun against drone swarms with ahead ammunition. An 8-drone swarm was neutralized with an 18-round burst, most of them being destroyed with the first 6 rounds. Aw, look at the cute little tungsten death fragments. I am frequently impressed and terrified in equal measure at the innovations coming out of the blow-up industry. As for air defense, Germany has also donated 55 self-propelled anti-tank Gepard guns, 13 TRML 4D air surveillance radars, 3 Patriot systems, 7 Iris-T air defense systems, and thousands of Stinger and Strela man-portable air defense systems. In Ukraine, nothing goes to waste.
Yeah.
I do not doubt that they will put these new weapon systems to good use, protecting their citizens from Russia's Iranian-supported suicide drone attacks. All I ask
a bunch of those.
Is that we send more. That's it for today.
Send more.
Glory to Ukraine. Glory to the heroes. Slava Ukraini.
What the hell? You just watch your... Listen, man. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say about this, man. It looks very cool, right? The technology looks cool, but however, craziness over there is unbearable, man. I don't know how long they can last. It's like a suicide mission at this point. It's just suicidal. Damn. Let me know what you guys see in the comment section below. I would love to hear you guys' opinion. I will see you in the next one.